I can't even hold them all. My arms aren't big enough.
Moving pictures. Hello there, moving pictures.
What's up, Doc?
I've been all around the world. Every city, every place. Always been a restless girl.
Welcome back to another bookish video from the Mouse Diva. So, as you saw, I have a really big stack of really big mammoth books. Here's the story. Acquaintances of mine, his wife had passed away last year. He's now officially downsizing and moving, and after his estate sale, he said, come in here and take any of these books that you want before I donate them to Friends of the Library. And I am like, 10-4, I'm there, big buddy. And I am like, 10-4, I'm there, big buddy. So,
10-4, I'm there, big buddy.
you just messed up my video.
Why would you say that?
Huh?
Why would you say that?
Because I'm funny. So before I show you the mammoth books, like, luckily he had boxes like this. So I took all of those out already. And in it, I'm like, what's this? And I forgot that I also inherited, like, this really, the ring light here. There we go. I just really love this bird picture. And he slid that into the box for me, so that's really neat. That was sweet of him. So let's see what these two that are not in the series are, because I can't remember. Hidden Corners of the Mid-Atlantic States. Oh my gosh, this book, whenever she got it, was $2.25. And this was put out 1977. And I love old books with drawings like this. Of course, nonfiction books about places. Just, that is my type of thing. Following the publication of his Hidden Corners of New England, David took off again to the unbeaten tracks, by roads, choosing this time the mid-Atlantic states of New Jersey, Pennsylvania, Delaware, Maryland, and Virginia. So it's basically like the back roads. And if you watch my family channel, you know that that is one of the playlists we have, is Whirlwind of Road Trips, where we take these back roads in small towns, and I love going through those. So actually I will probably be getting to this book sooner rather than later, because we have some planning to do for this year's travels. So I look forward to this. And the other one in here, oh, and by the way, there are more books. I have another box, but that'll be in a different video. And Ladies of the Club, a novel by Helen Hooven Santmeyer. Let's see. Oh, okay. So this book was given to somebody in 1985. Her name was not Lois or Sue. Oh, wait a minute. Linda and I wanted you to have this book immediately, as Linda can easily get another copy at a later date, and hope you enjoy it as much as we did. Okay, well, this is sad because Linda, I guess she got this book, I'm just going to guess that Lois passed away, and Linda got this book back because it is Linda who passed away. It was her book. So what was this about? Why did I grab it? And the Ladies of the Club is the product of a 50 years of work by its remarkable author, 88-year-old author. But it is a rare event in any publishing season, a great rich reading experience peopled with characters you will come to know it intimately and care about profoundly. From the chaotic aftermath of the Civil War to the threshold of the New Deal, and Ladies of the Club tells the warm, intimate, yet epic tale of the lifetimes of two women in a small Iowa town and other members of the Waynesboro Ladies Literary Society. And we go on. Oh my gosh, that is why. So this author has worked, she did, worked as a professor in English, a dean of women, and a librarian, and she was born in 1895. This book was published in 1984. Okay, so that, oh my gosh. So this book back then was 1995.
I interrupt this video to bring you my earrings, just in case you wanted a closer look. They are actually book earrings that my daughter bought me at a craft fair for Mother's Day. Can never get enough book earrings. You know what? Subscription boxes should put book earrings in their boxes. That's a cool idea. I should suggest that. What do you think?
Okay, so another mammoth book. Like, oh my gosh. How many oh my god. Guys, this is almost 1,200 pages. How many pages is War and Peace? Oh my gosh. This would take forever to read. Okay. Shall we get to the 11 books that are basically this big? So this is Will Durant and his wife, who he married when she was 15 years old, helped with the last 3 books, the last 4 books, helped author and write those. So, gosh, I'm a collector of books, and I know that, wow, if I get through all these books, it's going to be way after I retire, just saying. But this is the story of civilization. There are 11 volumes, and here is our author. He started, or the first printing was actually published in 1935, and this one, volume 1, starts off with the history of civilization in Egypt, the Near East, to the death of Alexandria, India, China, Japan, the introduction on the nature and foundations of civilization. Now, of course, maps, love maps in books, and I noticed that each one of them has a different, like, embossing on the actual cover. Now, how many pages is this one? We're not going to count the, I mean, there's a lot of oh my gosh. All the notes, bibliography, and index, glossary. Look how many pages that is in itself. So it's actually 938 pages. Wow, it's shorter than that one. This is not one that I'm going to start with. I'll get to the ones I'm going to start with. So volume 2 is The Life of Greece. This one's in a lot better shape. Ah, there we go. And this, the history of Greek government, industry, manners, morals, religion, philosophy, science, literature, art, from the earliest times to the Roman conquest. This one's actually a little shorter. So as I go through these, please comment below on which one you would read first, the one you would be most interested in. So volume 3, Caesar and Christ. This brilliantly written history surveys all aspects of Roman life, politics, economics, literature, art, morals. It ends with the conflict of pagan and Christian forces and raises the curtain on the great struggle between church and state. And, oh my gosh, this is, I don't know if this one or 10 is the largest. Oh my gosh. This is The Age of Faith, a history of medieval civilization from AD AD 325 to 1300. And what is, yeah, I like looking at what's embossed. All right, let's see the damage here. How many pages? Wow, this one's actually shorter than that first one too. If you take out, you know, all the stuff in the back, this is 1,086 pages. Still haven't got to the one I would read first. The Renaissance, the history and civilization in Italy. Let's check out this one. Ooh, nice. All right, this one's a little shorter. Books. I have to find the perfect place to, oh my gosh, to put these. Now this one, poor thing, this is in pretty bad shape. This is the history of European civilization from 1300 to 1564. And we got a little bit of like, it's hard to kind of, can you guys make that out? Okay. And still not the one. Now this one, this like really got faded. It looks like it got left in the sun. So here we start with his wife is helping him out. The history of European civilization in the periods of Shakespeare, Rembrandt, Galileo, and so on. So this one might be one that I would read first, just because of the artist. So maybe, and it's not one of the mammoth, absolutely mammoth ones. And let's see, so we have volume 8. This is the period of Milton, Peter the Great, Newton, so 1648 to 1715. Ooh. And this one, thank goodness, is one of the shorter ones. And we have volume 9. This is from 1715 to 1756 with special emphasis on the conflict between religion and philosophy. And what's really neat about, oh gosh, I actually kind of want to display them like this more than with their jackets. These are definitely the types of book that if George Vanderbilt, which was an avid book reader and collector, if he would have been alive when these were published, I bet you he would have owned these. All right, we have the history of civilization in France, England, and Germany from 1756, and in the remainder of Europe from 1715 to 1789. See, oh, this is going to be hard not to display them like that. Okay, this one's mammoth. Okay, is this the largest? Let's see. Nope. Oh my gosh, because there's a lot of, wow, this is actually under 1,000 pages because there's so many reference pages in the back. This one's deceiving. And the very last one, The Age of Napoleon. This is number 11. And this is from 1789 to 1815. And this is definitely the other one that I would start with. Ooh, this one has lots of pictures in here, which I love. They even have one, obviously, of Napoleon, which, speaking of George Vanderbilt, do you know that for George Vanderbilt's 21st birthday, he received Napoleon's chess set, and it is actually on display at the Legacy Building in Antler Hill Village on the Biltmore Estate. That is your little Asheville tip of the day. Guys, I really have no idea where I'm going to put all these volumes because they're so thick and they take up so much space. Like, I'm really going to have to dwell. I'm probably going to have to do some rearranging. Yeah. All right. So if books are your thing and you want to know what I read during the month of February, because I will be filming that and putting that up very soon. Subscribe and hit the bell notification button. So I'm just flipping through, and the page opens to Russia, and it says, there is so much space in Russia that everything is lost in it, even the chateau, even the population. You might suppose you were traveling through a country from which the people had just taken their departure. The hard climate of European Russia, unprotected by forest or mountains against Arctic cold or tropical heat, made a tough people ready to accomplish the impossible if given bread and time. So what's interesting about reading older books is how the wording is so much different from today's written word, or how people spoke, obviously, is so much different than how people speak nowadays, especially us people in the South.
I've been all around the world, every city, every place. Always been a restless girl, but now there's a wind of change. I've never ever felt this way. Longing for you, pick up